Team Triceps? Who's here from Team Triceps? Woo! All right, cool. So we don't have Super Saturdays like this in Wisconsin. It's kind of small. So this is cool. Let me tell you a little story about how I decided to get up on this stage. So I was at Leadership this past weekend, and I saw a lot of my friends and fellow coaches get up on stage and talk in front of these large audiences. And I kept saying out loud, there's no way I could do that. I could never get up on stage and present and talk to people. I could never have enough courage to do that. The more I said that out loud, the more I knew what I needed to do. So John Addison spoke at Leadership, what Molly was talking about, and he said something that really rang in my ear, in my head. And he said, he compared bison and cattle. And he said that when bison see a storm, they run into the storm. And they run through the storm, therefore minimizing their time in the storm. Cattle, however, will run away from the storm. They'll fear the storm, and unfortunately that maximizes their time in the storm. So I knew what I had to do. I had to face my fear, and I had to run into the storm, and I had to beg Judd to get me on the schedule to stand up here and be in front of you guys today. How many people are here today? 200-ish? Okay, awesome. So yeah, this is a big deal for me. I've never really spoken in front of such a large crowd. So I tell that story to encourage you guys to face whatever fear, to face the struggle that you're going through head on, to run through that, just like that young man did on that video that we watched that Brittany shared with us. Okay, so let's jump into this. I am going to give you guys tangible things to take away to implement in your business today. So you've heard all of the inspiration. You've heard that you can do this, that you can create a life by design. But how in the world do you do that? So many of us need step-by-step instructions to do this, right? That's what I do. I'm a numbers person. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. I'm going to give you like a guide of what to do every single day of every month. So I'm going to teach you how to build your business in 20 hours a week. But before you judge that and say there's no way that I can work 20 hours a week on my Beachbody business, hear me out. So whenever you start a new business, you need two things. You need money and you need time, right? But we have this amazing opportunity where we don't need money. Yeah, okay, you've got to invest in Shakeology every month, but that's for your own personal health. And that's to be a product of the product. Nothing like any other business out there, right? So we have this amazing opportunity, and our biggest asset is our time. So the more time you put into this business in the beginning and stay in phase one, like Raina was saying, the more you get out, the more you can follow your dreams and live your life by design. So the biggest investment we have is time, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Okay, you can switch. There we go. So let's talk about a new perspective on time. We all have 168 hours in a week. No more, no less. And you guys, this is great. You can take pictures of this. The slides will be available to you anytime. And this presentation is also on YouTube. I've done this for my team. It's called Build Your Biz in 20. So if you just want to listen without taking notes, that might be better, because there's a lot. So who here has a full-time job besides Beachbody? Yeah, a lot of us. Okay, when I started my Beachbody business, I was working full-time at State Farm. So I had to balance, I had to figure this out, I had to figure out how to fit all of this in. So I put the first thing up here is 40 hours a week for your full-time job. Of course, we all need to sleep, so I gave you 50 hours to sleep a week. That's a lot, right? 7 hours a night? That's pretty good. Okay, I also gave you 15 hours of commuting to work, overtime, and getting ready for work. And of course, we have to make time for personal development. You guys have heard that over and over and over. You've got to take care of yourself. In this business, we give so much to our teams, so much of our energy to other people, so we've got to take care of ourselves first. So I put 4 hours of personal development, a minimum of 30 minutes a day. Of course, you have to work out. I mean, I strive to work out 5 to 6 times a week, but man, being on the road and traveling, it's been pretty rough. So I'm with Raina. Adam and I high five every time we get like 3 days in a row. We're like, yes. Right? Okay, so 6 hours of working out a week. and then 20 hours of building your Beachbody business. When you add all that together, you have 33 hours left. 33 hours to run errands, to clean your house, to be with your kids, to binge on Netflix, whatever it is that you want to do outside of that time. But let me tell you something about this. To make this work, you have to be present in every one of these categories. So when you're building your business, build your business. When you're focusing on personal development, focus on personal development. When you are with your family, be with your family, okay? Next. So how do we break this down? We're gonna break 20 hours down into 5 days, and I'm gonna have you work 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. In that 4 hours, we're gonna do 3 power hours, okay? And the power hour is just slightly over an hour. It's a little bit longer, okay? And I have 5 rules about your power hours. So these are important. And you might want to write these down because I didn't talk about these in my team call. This is kind of new stuff. But my rules for power hours are this. When you're doing your power hour, you have to do it on a different device than your phone. You need to do it on your laptop, your tablet, or your computer. If you don't have one of those, you need to invest in one. It's a write-off. Okay? That's how I justify a lot of things. It's a write-off. Okay, so get yourself something else. The reason why is because if you're working on your phone, you're going to be constantly interrupted. That leads me into rule number 2, is to turn your phone on airplane mode. Your phone's going to be next to you because of rule number 3, which is you're going to use your phone for the timer because you're going to time yourself with all of this. We've got a lot of work to do in 4 hours, and you've got to stay on task. Rule number 4, you have to do this stuff in the order that I'm telling you. It's not up here in that order just for fun. It's there for a reason. So follow this exactly. And rule number 5 isn't really a rule, it's just more of a tip, is to check out these colors because we're going to use these colors later on in 2 slides to come. Okay, so let's chat about Power Hour 1. For the first 15 minutes of Power Hour 1, you are going to start new conversations. So what is a new conversation? A new conversation is a conversation that you're starting with someone either via text, on Facebook Messenger, on Instagram, or via email. You know, it's someone that you've just met, maybe at your son's soccer game, or maybe at the grocery store, or someone you just met at work. And you just need to start building that relationship. You need to start forming them, as Raina talked about. And if you don't know what form means, form stands for family, occupation, recreation. So you're asking them questions about their life, and then you're forming your message. So M starts for message. And the message is always an invite, okay? So the first step in that is to start the new conversation with someone, is to get to know them. So for 15 minutes in Power Hour 1, you're starting 3 new conversations. Can you imagine if you started 3 new conversations 5 times a week? 15 conversations a week? That would really create a lot of new messages in your inbox. Okay, so step 2 is your follow-up. You're gonna take 30 minutes to work on your follow-up list. So Stephanie Davies, I love what she talked about. She showed that quick Excel spreadsheet of the name, and then the follow-up date was all the way on the right. Did you guys catch that? That's really similar to what I teach my team to do. And I have a YouTube video called Creating Killer Contact Lists, and that talks all about my follow-up system. So check that out too. But you're gonna spend 30 minutes on your follow-up list. So on your follow-up list, you're gonna put a date of the next day that you wanna talk to that person. And every day that you go into your follow-up list, you're gonna sort your Excel document so that that date comes up. Whatever today's date is, those are the people that you're talking to today. That's what you're gonna do in the 30 minutes there on your follow-up list. So only when you have done those first 2 things, then you get to check your inbox. So how many people open up their Facebook, look at their messages and see if they have unread messages and get really excited? Yeah, don't you get it? Raina's like, no, not me. It's fun though, right? I mean, especially when you're working your business and you're trying to muster up conversations and people are interested in what you're doing. They want to know what you're up to. They're asking about your groups. They're asking about joining your team. Whatever it is, you're excited to see that. But here's the deal. You've got to do the work before you answer those messages. You have to send the outgoing messages first before you get the chance to answer any of those incoming messages. If you're never sending out messages, you're never receiving any. So you've got to take that time to do that first. Otherwise, if you went right to your inbox, you'd probably spend a whole hour in there. It's easy to do, right? It sucks you in. So 30 minutes in your inbox. And then the last 15 minutes of Power Hour 1, you are gonna work on your post for social media. So I don't know about you guys, but every time I take a picture, I feel the need that I have to post it like that second, like that minute, like, oh my God, I'm doing this right now, so people have to know right now. How about we take pictures of what we're doing throughout the day, and we give ourselves 15 minutes of intentional time to think about what we're gonna post, about what our message should be, about what value we're adding in that post, and we do it in a time that's allotted for that. So when you're with your family and you guys are out at the park or at the zoo or wherever you're at and you're taking pictures, don't worry about posting right that minute. Let's worry about posting when you get back and you're actually working and you're doing your Power Hour, okay? Nobody knows that you weren't at the zoo that second that you posted that picture. Okay, so that's Power Hour 1. Power Hour 2, you're gonna take the first 30 minutes to meet new people. So meeting new people, you can meet new people anywhere, face-to-face, online. I also have a YouTube video about that. You should check it out. It's called Meeting New People. Okay? After you take the time to meet new people, you should go to your inbox because you're gonna have messages from all the messages you sent in the morning. So go check your inbox, reply to people, engage with people for 30 minutes. And then you're gonna take 15 minutes to post on social media again. So let's talk really quick about social media. You guys have all heard of the 80-20 rule, right? If not, I'll tell you. 80% of the time, you are gonna post about what you're doing, what your lifestyle is. So whether that's you did your workout, you're eating healthy, you cooked dinner for your whole family, you have a pile of laundry that's stacked up here, you just got a new haircut, whatever it is, post about that 80% of the time. And whenever you're posting, engage people, ask them questions, get them talking on your newsfeed, okay? 20% of the time, you're gonna do a direct invite to your challenge group, to your free group, or to join your team, okay? I'm gonna give you 20% of those posts and when to post them on the next slide. Okay, so Power Hour number 3. The first thing we're gonna do is check in with our groups. So I know, I think the thing about challenge groups and your team groups that sometimes pulls us in too much is that we feel the constant need to stay connected. If you're using an app where you can schedule your posts because you're busy and you're a full-time mom and have a full-time career, it's okay to check in with your groups once a day. Take that 30 minutes to really check in and to really support your people in those groups. 15 minutes to go back to your follow-up list, just in case you didn't get them all in the first 30 minutes. If you did hit all your follow-ups for the day, then I would add 15 more minutes to your inbox or 15 more minutes to your group, okay? Then you're gonna obviously go check your inbox for a little bit, and then you're gonna post on social media. So here's what I would do. If I was working full-time, I would do my Power Hour 1 in the morning, right after I worked out. I do Power Hour 2 right after work. I would do it actually at work if I could. I would go into my car, I would do it before I got home so I had no distractions. And then I do Power Hour 3 right before I went to bed. Don't worry about posting on social media or checking your inbox or following up with people late at night because people are on social media late at night. And I get a lot of engagement. Being on the West Coast, I've been posting really late, my schedule's like off, and I seem to get a lot of engagement with my late night posts. Back home, it's like midnight and people are commenting. I'm like, you guys are up still? That's awesome. Okay, all right, so we can switch. Next slide. Thank you. So let's talk really quick about your goals. So I'm starting up here, right here with Success Club goals. I really want you guys to start thinking big and start thinking about Success Club 10. And I'm gonna break that down for you, how to make that happen. If we can get 3 challengers a month and 2 coaches a month, not only is that going to build your team, but that's just gonna build your business, and you're gonna be hitting Success Club 10 every month. And what does Success Club 10 give us? It gives us Shakeology customers, like free leads, Shakeology leads. Who doesn't want more Shakeology leads, right? So the more that you can consistently hit Success Club 10, the more your business is gonna grow. Okay, so some important things about every month. Every single month, I want you to follow this schedule. On the second Monday of every month, you're gonna start your challenge group. On the third Monday of every month, you're gonna start your sneak peek week. And if you don't know what a sneak peek week is, it's just a quick little group on Facebook that you tell people what we do as coaches. You can ask your upline, Star Diamond upline, you can probably go on YouTube and find something about what a sneak peek week is. And then on your fourth Monday of every month, you're gonna start your free group and you're gonna kick off your Coach Basics. So Coach Basics would be for your new coaches. And if you don't have any new coaches or you just have 1 or 2 new coaches, partner up with your upline or somebody else on your team. Okay, I have a little asterisk here. If there's a 5th Monday in the month, which there is in November, you're gonna start your Coach Basics on the 5th Monday. But a lot of times there's not 5 Mondays, so we're gonna lump those together. Okay, next. So here is the good stuff, you guys. This is what to do every single day in your business. And this translates to every month. These dates just so happen to be for November 2015. Okay, so every 1st through the 5th, you're gonna invite to your challenge group that starts on the 2nd Monday of the month. The 5th is gonna be your deadline to order every single month. Deadline to order. How cool would it be to hit Success Club by the 5th of every month? Yeah. I don't like waiting until the very end to hit Success Club, and neither does Adam. Okay, so don't do it. Let's just hit it early. I do a thing with my team called the 505 Club, and I recognize people that hit Success Club by the 5th. So while we're inviting to our challenge group on the 1st through the 5th, we're also gonna be posting on social media on the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th about our challenge groups. So remember, every day that we're involved with our Beachbody business, every 5 days out of the week, we're gonna be posting 3 times on social media. That's your goal in your power hours. Out of those 3 posts, 1 of them is gonna be about your challenge group on the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th, okay? Deadline to order is on the 5th. So that post on the 5th maybe says it's your last chance. This is the last call. Today's the last day to join. We start on the 9th. The 9th in November is the 2nd Monday in November. Now you may be thinking, okay, what if they order on the 5th? Do they have enough time to get their stuff by the 9th? Well, luckily we have the free 30 days of BOD, so people can get started right away. Okay, they don't need their stuff right away. They can just jump in your challenge group and get started. If you just make a goal to have a hard deadline of the 5th every single month, it's the same process every month, right? You just kind of get in a groove with that. So on the 5th, because we're starting on the 9th here, we're also gonna create our challenge group on the 5th, about 4 to 5 days before the challenge group actually starts. And then, hey look, the 6th and the 7th, you get a day off. Go have fun. Okay, so now we're gonna move on, and on the 8th and the 9th, you know what, I forgot. Let's just talk about the colors really quick. So do you guys see how this is blue? Invite, 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 all blue. Remember back to the power hours? The follow-up is blue, thank you. The follow-up is blue. So that those go together. So during that time of your follow-up, that's when you're inviting 10 people to your challenge group, okay? And those people that are on your follow-up list for that day, those are the people that you're inviting to your challenge group. All right, so 8th and 9th, you're gonna be forming, you're gonna be talking to people, you're gonna be building a relationship with people during the follow-up time. So anybody that's showing up on your follow-up list for the 8th and 9th in November, you're gonna be getting to know, you're gonna be forming them, okay? The 9th is the 2nd Monday, you're gonna kick off your challenge group. Right away, that week, you're gonna start inviting to your sneak peek group. Either you're gonna be running the sneak peek week group, or your upline is. If your upline isn't, take responsibility, take accountability, and do it yourself. You can do it. It's not that hard. Jump into somebody else's sneak peek week to see what they're doing. Ask around. I'm sure you can find somebody who's done one. Okay, so on the 10th and the 11th, you're gonna invite 10 people from your follow-up list to your sneak peek week. And again, you're gonna post about it on social media one time on the 11th. 2 days off, and then you're gonna come back to inviting to sneak peek week. Because on the 16th of November, that's the 3rd Monday of the month, you're gonna kick off your sneak peek week. But here's the deal, guys, because it's a sneak peek week, because people don't need to have time to like get ready or prepared or clean out their fridge, you can invite and post on social media up until that day that you kick it off. So if you're kicking it off on a Monday, you can still invite that day like, hey, I just started this awesome group. I'd love for you to join me. I think you'd be a great coach, and I think you'd love this because XYZ. right? So you can invite up until that day. The 17th and the 18th, you're gonna go back to forming. Okay, you're gonna go back to getting to know the people on your follow-up list. I mean, how many people do you have that you're talking to that are not interested right now? But you don't want to just message them about your groups. You actually want to form that relationship with them and get to know them so that they know that it's just not about the sale. It's because you care about them and you do want to get to know them. So on the 18th, you're also going to post props to your challenge group on social media because they're going to be kicking butt. So you're going to just talk about that, and that's going to get people, checking out what you're doing and that you're helping people get real results. Okay, day off, and then we're going to move right into inviting to your free challenge group. So your free challenge group in November is going to start on the 4th Monday of the month, which is the 23rd. So you're going to invite on the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd. That's right up into the free group. So you're going to invite right up to that, and every day that you're inviting, you're also going to post on social media. The reason why they're back to back posting on social media instead of spread out like the other ones is because it's a free group. People love free stuff. Okay, we don't have to space those out as much. We really want to drive home, free group, get in my free group. Why do we want people in our free group? Because it shows that we can actually get people results, and it shows that we can help them reach their goals, right? So a lot of times in my free groups, I'll offer Shakeology, and I'll charge people $5 for a packet of Shakeology if it's an Eat Clean group. Like, hey, this will help you this week. You can buy Shakeology, 5 days of Shakeology for $25. Okay, so that just gets them started in building a relationship with me too. Okay, so the 23rd is the 4th Monday. You're going to kick off your free group. And also on the 23rd, you're going to start inviting to your Coach Basics group. Those people that you're inviting to your Coach Basics group were in your sneak peek week. They were learning all about coaching your sneak peek week. So you're going to start inviting them to your Coach Basics that kicks off on the 5th Monday of November. Now remember, not every month is going to be the same, so you're going to have to kind of change this up to fit the month. But if you go by the rules of challenge group on the 2nd Monday, sneak peek week on the 3rd Monday, free group on the 4th, possibly a Coach Basics on the 4th or the 5th, you can fill in the rest and follow this formula. So did everybody get a picture? We'll share slides, right, with the group. Okay, good. So you guys kind of get the idea. So what I would recommend is to get a blank calendar for every month and plan out what you do. If you're not making a plan, you're going to fail, and it's just going to be all over the place. So this is actually your roadmap to build your business. And it's really not that hard when you have it listed out. So thank you guys so much for letting me share. If you have any questions, please come up and ask me after. Thank you.